Welcome everyone to game number 3 of the second evening of Hoopsfest, live from Perth, Western Australia. It is the Townsville Fire taking on the Bendigo Spirit. I'm John Guarna. I am joined by Jacinta Govin. Jacinta, we had a really entertaining game number 2 on the second day. A very, very intriguing matchup for this match tonight.
Yeah, definitely. The Bendigo Spirit and the Townsville Fire notching up their first wins of the competition yesterday, with Bendigo beating UC Cap 70-63 and the Townsville Fire beating Geelong United 78-72. Some outstanding performances from some young players and some players who we are very familiar with so far. But I think this matchup today is going to be a little bit closer than what we saw yesterday.
Bendigo had a really good performance yesterday. A lot of people are tipping Bendigo to potentially win this Hoopsfest event. What did you like about the Spirit yesterday?
I certainly liked how a lot of their younger talent were able to step up and fill the shoes perhaps of the regular contracted players' spots. You know, Georgia Booth, she was a DP with the Southside Flyers. There she is on screen now. She really stepped up. She was very consistent in the game yesterday. And also Nightingale. I thought she was great off the bench, great role player on the inside, and I think she was also proving herself worthy of a spot here at Hoopsfest.
Yeah, Booth was fantastic last night. Led the team with those 17 points and a really impressive win for Bendigo to start. On the other side of it, Townsville comes in with some experience, but also a really, really young group as well. What did you like about the Fire? They were pretty impressive last night as well.
Oh, yeah, they were on song with that Townsville Fire brand of basketball. Very team-orientated, lots of ball movement in the half-court offense, loving to run a couple of sets. Really like the looks of Magella Carey in the high post, as well as young Petrie. Emma Petrie doing a really good job on the inside as well. And also Natoa was certainly someone that stood out to me, just showing her versatility to play inside and outside.
Yeah, we talked about the youngsters, but it was really the veteran Michaela Perini who was super impressive in my eyes last night. Really came out firing, had that veteran presence for us, and I thought really set the tone early for Townsville.
Yeah, definitely. She was on fire, pun intended, from the very, very start. As you see her stats there on screen, 18 points, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. We mentioned that she does usually play in the NBL 1 West, similarly as the coaching staff for the Fire, this of Marcus Wong and Elise Ironmonger, 2 coaches from the Rockingham Flames. She just looked like she was having a lot of fun out there. And I think sometimes that can be a difference in someone's performance. Being relaxed, having fun, let the game come to you.
Carefree, you play loose, you play free, you move well. And Townsville, Bendigo, this is going to be a really exciting one. I'm super pumped for it. Obviously, we're familiar with the Townsville team and Bendigo. We got to call both of the games last night. What is your expectation for this one? Do you lean or you favor one side over the other?
Well, purely based on the games yesterday, I think Fire might have a little bit of an edge. They looked a little bit more organised and consistent with what they were running in the half court, and their defence was very good. So I think they are coming into this game with an edge. But there's going to be some really nice matchups. I'm looking forward to perhaps Magella Carey matching up against Casey Samuels for Bendigo. She was a bit quiet yesterday. I'm hoping that she can get aggressive early and be one of the leading scorers for this Spirit team today. And I'm hoping that Abby Werong matches up against Jess McDowell-White, because I'd like to see how that goes as well.
Well, they could certainly match up. If we look at the starting 5 for Bendigo, it's Georgia Booth, Micah Simpson, Ashley Hannon, Abby Werong, and Casey Samuels. On the other side for Townsville, it is Jess McDowell-White, Michaela Perini, Magella Carey, Emma Petrie, Sharni Reisinger, and it's going to be Petrie and Hannon in the jump. And you did mention Emma Petrie. She was a real impact player, and I'm very, very interested to see how she matches up with Ash Hannon. If that is going to be the matchup, the ball is up. The tip is won by Bendigo. They'll have the first opportunity to get on the score sheet live here from Hoopsfest. You see right away, looking to establish a post entry. Perini comes up with the steal. What an impact already. Petrie, nice backdoor pass. Goes to Carey, missed the left-hand layup.
Good look for Fire very early, already executing some sound ball movement.
And there is that matchup you were looking for. Samuel steps behind the screen and hits a three.
Just exactly what, just what I wanted to see. Samuel's trying to get aggressive early.
Carey hands off for Reisinger. Petrie now hands off. Perini was effective coming off the screen. Finds McDowell White. Now Perini crosses over. Shot clock draining. Three is good. That's Petrie.
Yeah, young Petrie. I mean, we saw a very mature inside game from Petrie yesterday, and obviously developing an outside game as well.
So the teams trade threes on their first two scores. There's the switch. They're looking for Hannon. It's not there. Samuels hits one. Missed the second. Scrap for the loose ball. Petrie recovers. Here comes Townsville. McDowell White with the early kick. Reisinger. Now Carey. And they're going to reset Petrie. I thought you was going to fire that one. Backdoor pass. Reisinger blocked. What a recovery. It ends up, though, with Townsville. Ball movement. Perini, corner three hits.
Wow, that was a great possession. I mean, Fire coming on top in the end, but really nice defense from the Spirit as well.
Well, Rung had the block. She tries to answer with the three, misses. Reisinger has the rebound. She's off and running. Three for Perini. That one is long. Pretty frantic start to this one.
Yeah, definitely. I like that it's a higher intensity as well compared to their games yesterday, and it looks like a little bit more physical as well from both teams.
There's Hannon getting inside, drawing the contact. Foul's going to go against Reisinger. And a good read and take there from Hannon.
Yeah, definitely. Nice roll to the basket, you know, using her length to her advantage to get that nice catch. We have a look here in the replay. And it's always tricky. I mean, being tall, long post players, we don't always like to get a bounce pass, but that one had a little bit of pepper on it to make sure that Hannon could catch it. And I'm also hoping that Hannon gets a few more touches in scoring positions this game compared to the last. She went a little bit quiet as the game went on.
Those pick and roll opportunities, they didn't run a lot of pick and roll, at least to start. And when they did, it worked fairly well.
Yeah, definitely, especially because they had such a height advantage against the UC Caps yesterday.
Petrie turns it over, but it gives right back from Booth. Now McDowell White in transition, bounces it for Perini. Townsville working the ball around the perimeter. McDowell White gets free at the elbow. Jump shot rolls in.
Yeah, lucky roll. Finds herself wide open there. Very nice action on the weak side for Townsville.
Nice early entry for Hannon. Regathers. And I think they're going to go a foul on Petrie.
I think so as well. I think Hannon was just able to catch Petrie on her back foot there. Again, another nice early deep catch for Hannon.
And it's not something that we saw from Bendigo much last night, really getting those early entries. And it seemed like a little miscommunication there between Booth and Hannon. A couple of players in the same spot.
Yeah, and unfortunately Hannon is now already subbed off, so getting her involved early in the game is now stunted with that early sub.
Booth missed the three. Another rebound for Petrie. Here comes Townsville. They're up 5 already. Marini's hit one. Make it 2.
Wow, that looked really nice off the hand.
Good combination between McDowell White and Perini as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Townsville started well. Their lead is out to 8. Another turnover for Bendigo. Perini has it. Nice drive. Petrie, soft floater is short, gets her own miss. Ball's out of bounds off Bendigo.
Really nice spot on the court there. Running the lanes well for Petrie, but just catching herself in that awkward position. Is it a floater? Is it off the glass?
Well, what was not off the glass was that three from Perini.
Oh, no, that was splashing all the way. I mean, she had, what, 4 yesterday against, I was going to say Bendigo. They're playing Bendigo now. She had 4 threes in yesterday's game. Wonder if she can match that or go one better with 5.
Well, she's nearly halfway there. She's already got 2 in the first quarter, so I think she might have an opportunity for that. And Townsville doing a really good job getting out in transition, not forcing anything, though. And when it's not there, running some really interesting half-court sets.
Yeah, and something that Townsville have been consistently good at over the last few years under Shannon Seaborn is that they will look to run early to get a transition basket, but when they need to pull it back and let the ball do the talking in the half court, usually it doesn't take someone to turn the tempo down. They can just naturally flow into some kind of offense. Yeah, which means that the defense is always going to have to play catch up.
Well, interesting. Bendigo did go to Ash Nightingale early. I don't see subs just yet for Townsville coming out of the timeout. And why would you? Yeah, it's been a really good start for the Fire. They're up by 8, and they're doing a really good job defensively, particularly really keeping Bendigo quiet here with only 3 points. Again, great ball moving. Carries 3 is long. Rung with the rebound. She wants to push for Bendigo. Gets into the paint, picks up the dribble, defended well, and shoots an air ball. Nightingale nearly recovered it. It ends up with Townsville, though. Nice bounce pass. Another extra one from Petrie for Carey to put it home.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of the action between those two power forwards yesterday, and it continues today. Really nice chemistry between those two.
What a start here for Townsville, up by 10. Not even 5 minutes into the game. Samuel's jump shot misses, tipped around. Reisinger has it. And here's Perini now finding Reisinger. Thought Perini was going to fire that one.
Yeah,
Dribbles.
me too.
Carey, short jumper hits again. Very efficient from Townsville.
That was a really tough pass as well. I'm not too sure if Perini even had eyes on it or was just using a sixth sense to get that pass away.
Townsville is shooting 54% from the field. Bendigo looking to get something going here. Booth finally gets a bucket for Bendigo, her first one of the game.
Yeah, great hustle from Booth. We saw her inject that energy for the Spirit yesterday, and it looks like early in this game she's going to have to do it again.
Dal White comes off the Petrie screen, reverses it. Carey feeling it. Her 3 is just off. Rung, nice early entry. Nightingale goes to the left hand. Well defended. Bendigo gets another look at it. Booth missed the jumper, though. Petrie in transition, stripped, but they're going to get a foul call. I think that's going to go against Casey Samuels.
Yeah, this is a gutsy play from Petrie. She was, I think it was almost like a 1-on-3 situation. Have a look here on the replay.
It's an interesting early pass. Petrie, though, saw a path to the basket. And, yeah, clear reach in there from Samuels.
Yeah, I mean, the lane was certainly wide open, so really nice, confident take from Petrie.
Petrie now has 4 points. Make it 5, so a 3 and a couple of free throws for Petrie, and she's going to check out Preseason. And Atoa checks in. Another really exciting youngster for Townsville.
Gosh, strength for strength with that sub. So we're only just over 5 minutes in the first, and yeah, Petrie's already got 5 points. That's a point a minute. Some quick maths.
Very quick. Rung steps back for 3, hits. That's a nice basket there for Bendigo. Starting to get on track offensively. Natoa, first shot of the game of 3 is long. Kind of Bond checking in as well for Townsville, along with Jess Jenkins. Rung getting busy. He'll get to the free throw line for 2.
And I'm glad that to see Ash Hannon as well back on the court. She had a really, really good start, so I wasn't too sure why she came off so early, because I think it stunted Bendigo's momentum a little bit. But Werong getting 2 feet in the paint, certainly starting to be the engine of Bendigo in the first quarter.
Timeout on the floor. Let's keep it here. 17-5 start. Excuse me, 17-8 start here. Townsville really well balanced. You look at the scoring for the Fire. 6 points to Perini, 5 for Petrie, 4 for Carey, and 2 for McDowell White. On the other side of things, for the Spirit, there's a couple of 3s, 1 each for Casey Samuels, another one for Abby Warung, and the only other points with the Georgia's Booth, her loose ball, little jump shot there. What does Bendigo have to do to get some better quality looks at the basket offensively. Defensively, they've been okay.
Yeah, defensively, Bendigo have been pretty good, actually. A lot more physical than yesterday, playing a lot more tempo on the defensive end. I think on offense, they've just got to get a lot more ball movement. I'm not too sure what they're trying to run. Compared to Townsville, every time they're down the floor, they all know what they're running, and it's very clear for us as spectators to see that they're organised. For Bendigo, though, I'm not too sure what they're trying to run or what the game plan is. It's leaving them a little bit too stagnant and a bit disorganised. I think they need to run something with purpose.
We're wrong at the free throw line for a couple of shots. She's joined on the court by Micah Simpson, Ashley Hannon, Lavinia Cox, and looks like Ash Nightingale's out there. I don't think we saw that lineup last night with Hannon and Nightingale on the court together.
No, you're right, we didn't. Nightingale's just come in for Samuels, yeah.
Offensive foul called on the Fire.
Let's have a look here.
No, I think there it is, the moving screen for Jenkins.
Yeah, so I think Natoa just...
two quick ones.
Yeah, and Natoa just went a little bit too early there on that pick and roll.
Good deflection from McDowell White. Townsville with the steal. Jess crosses over, lost it, had her pocket picked. Here's Warung hesitating. Well defended, drops it off, Nightingale missed. Jenkins recovers. Townsville's got Natoa, McDowell White, Bond, Jenkins, and Carey out there. Here's Magella Carey. Sets the screen. McDowell White bounces it to Magella, who banks it home.
That was a beautiful read there by McDowell White. Hannon came to flash, essentially double teaming McDowell White. She picked that gap. Really nicely done.
Townsville up 9. Got about 2:45 to go in the first quarter. Hannon, nice handoff. Warung finishes the layup.
Yeah, and that's much better ball movement from Bendigo as well, not having to rely on dribble penetration. A couple more plays like that, they'll be in a much better position.
Dal White picks up the dribble. Carey hands off now for Bond. Gets it back. Corner 3 for Carey is off. Long rebound recovered. Well done by Lavinia Cox. A good look inside. Nightingale finds Hannon. Corner 3. He's short. Nightingale, though, doing some work on the glass. Getting an opportunity to get to the free throw line.
Yeah, great court vision there from Nightingale with that deep catch. Really nice look for Hannon as well, because she can sometimes get hot from the arc. I think some of these second chance points opportunities Bendigo might need to start focusing on too.
And just good recognition there by Nightingale, recognizing that McDowell White was on her in the block. She took her right into the paint and got a really nice entry pass.
Oh yeah, anytime that we can exploit a mismatch, it needs to be taken.
And I like I do like the combination with Hannon and Nightingale. It's been pretty productive for Bendigo.
Definitely.
So a couple of bigs out there, and it's a tough matchup for Townsville with the lineup they have on the court. You're forcing Natoa to guard one of the bigs, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Perini back on there for Townsville. Now Bond going to reset. Coming off the screen, gets in the paint and has it stripped out of bounds off of Samuels. Going to stay with Townsville.
I mean, good intention there from Bond. Have a look here on the replay. I like her to be able to perhaps incorporate a hesitation around that free throw line. She beat Cox in the first rotation. Hesitate, see what you've got, and then pull up for the J if you've got it.
Lars forced to get a shot off there. A stop for Bendigo. They trail by 5. So after that rough start, the Spirit have forced their way back into the game.
We see a lot better ball movement, a lot of handoffs, a lot better action here from Bendigo. It's can't afford to stop though once the options dry up.
Beautiful take there from Booth, just strong on the attempt, and there's a foul on the rebound. Looks like that might go against Casey Samuels. And if it is, I think that's Casey's. They only have her for 1. So I thought it was her second one, but they're going to say it only the first.
I also thought it was her second, so I might just double check once the live stats update, see what it says. It says 0, so there you go. But I'm pretty sure she's on at least one.
Here's Natoa. Gets it back to Perini. From the foul line, it's fouled. Nice little floater there.
Probably not a very high percentage shot. I could see that the Bendigo Spirit defense were closing in on her, perhaps bailing her out in that situation.
A little too much hands there. And Mia Harvey gets called for the reach-in.
Yeah, I think she had that urgency to make sure she closed out on a great shooter and just closed out a little bit too long.
Perini hits both of the free throws. Perini has been excellent again for Townsville. Now with 8 points. Hook shot, Hannon is strong. Lars lost it out of bounds. They're going to say it went off Bendigo. Got about 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Townsville up by 7. Natoa puts it on the deck. Gets inside, kicks it to Bond. She drives, hangs, hits, plus the foul.
Yeah, much better take there from Bond. But again, don't you love how Townsville are just stretching the floor, getting through every phase of their set? Really admirable with so many of their young players taking a lot of great responsibility and leadership, making sure that the plays are run so well. And yeah, much better take and finish there for Bond.
She was decisive.
That's right.
The lead is 9. Townsville has it now through Perini. Has to get something going with 3 on the shot clock. Misses, but who's there to clean it up? Emma Petrie.
Yeah, you got to keep your eyes on her. She's going to dunk on you every time in those opportunities.
Petrie has 7. There's about 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Hannon gets the shot off. It's short, and that's going to do it for the first 10 minutes of this one. A really good first quarter of action. Townsville goes into the break up 11.
Yeah, very confident start from the Townsville Fire. Just following on from yesterday with how well they are organised in the half court. I think they're doing a great job on defence as well, but I think with Bendigo's varying levels of ball movement and organisation, you know, when you're so stagnant, it just makes it so easy for you to guard. But to Bendigo's credit, in the back end, they improved their half-court offense a lot more.
Let's take a look at the first quarter highlights, and a lot of it are going to be the women in orange, and Emma Petrie had herself a good first quarter. Hit that three-point shot, and a nice early 3 like that helps boost your confidence for sure. Next thing you know, Michaela Perini gets in on the action, and Townsville had that hot start. Didn't feel like Bendigo could stop them. Everything felt like it was falling for Townsville, getting contributions from everyone.
Well, yeah, Petrie is already on her way to a double-double, and it's only been 1 quarter. So she has 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists, including that offensive rebound we saw a couple of play phases ago. Perini is still leading scorers for the Fire with 8 points and 2 assists. And for Bendigo, still a bit of a stretch of scoring. Abby Werong with 7 points and 3 rebounds. But yeah, certainly again, Townsville's showing that they're doing it by committee, having 5 people on the score sheet already.
Yeah, you look at the stats. As a team, Bendigo only shot 23% from the field. They got 3 offensive rebounds. They gave up 4 for Townsville. Townsville a little more efficient, 47% from the field, 37% from the three-point line. And you look at the rest of the stats, it's pretty even across the board. Turnovers, points off of turnovers, Townsville only has 2, but their difference is the points in the paint. 12 points in the paint for Townsville, only 4 for Bendigo.
And also, yeah, the rebound count, 14 to 10, yeah, not too bad. But 5 assists for 1 quarter is actually pretty outstanding as well, reflective of those sound team concepts that Townsville Fire like to play with. I think Bendigo's shooting percentage of 23.5% overall may be reflective in some of their decision making too, having to put up shots, low percentage shots in dire situations when they haven't really executed their half-court offense very well.
Yeah, I think you made a great point, Jacinta. Bendigo, especially at the start, just didn't seem to get the start that they needed. They were looking a little sloppy and a little disoriented. But once they ride the ship, they seemed to really pick things up. They were moving the ball around a little bit better, getting looks inside for Hannon and for Nightingale. And those two players in particular for me stood out the way that they were working together.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see if they get to play together again. But I really liked for Bendigo that they started to have a couple of handoffs, which gave them some more scoring opportunities. So it'll be interesting to see what they stick with in the second.
Bendigo has Micah Simpson out there with Millie McCarthy. Ash Hannon's out there as well. Townsville on the other side has Perini, McDowell White, Petrie. Carey is out there as well with Bond. There's Petrie, jump shot's no good. Hannon with the rebound. Bendigo with Samuels as well out there. There is Booth with the ball, fouled by Bond.
I think Bond, just getting a little bit too close for comfort. Putting her hands in. I mean, Bond has the quickness and the length, because I don't think she really needs to put that kind of ball pressure on her opponents.
Booth for three. Well long. Here's Townsville now. McDowell White kicks ahead early for Bond. Nice screen from Petrie. McDowell White jump shot is short. Covered by Hannon. Simpson putting it on the floor. Booth looking to make something happen. They're looking for Hannon. There's the double team, but Hannon too strong, too deep.
Much better ball movement, great target inside for Hannon. That's a really great look for the Bendigo Spirit.
Good decision to go right up with it as well for Hannon. Townsville lead by 9. Perini goes away from the screen, gets all the way to the basket to bank it in. She is balling.
She is balling. She is making everything look so easy.
Nice backdoor pass. Booth missed the layup, though. Bond with the rebound. Couldn't ask for a better look for Bendigo.
No, I'm surprised Booth didn't go for the reversal because there wasn't any split line D.
Nice extra pass. Bond open three. In and out.
Don't you love this battle under the basket between Petrie and Hannon, contesting every rebound?
I love it. Two physical players and neither taking a backward step.
And Nightingale now checking in for Hannon. Hopefully we'll see a similar contest between Nightingale and Petrie.
Bond comes off the carry screen, steps back into a jump shot, hits. It's a 2.
That's great. That's a nice confident shot for Bond.
One thing Tiana Bond does not lack is confidence. She is a player. Samuels, great bounce pass for Nightingale, strong on the layup. Townsville with the transition opportunity, leading by 13. McDowell White fires a 3 and hits.
Been waiting for one of them. Classic Jess McDowell White move, transition 3.
Beautiful transition basketball. Nightingale again, though, gets great position and this time finishes.
Yeah, another great target. Beautiful pass placement from Simpson.
Del White, baseline jump shot now. Long. Booth now. Great entry. Nightingale again, finishing strong. Nightingale is all effort, just beating everyone down the court.
Well, that's right. If that's what you got to do as someone in her position. Run the split line, be a target. Just like Carey is a great target here. Lovely high post action there between Carey and Petrie.
It's really just a very simple play there, wasn't it? That elbow entry, Carey with the weak side seal, and beautiful pass from Petrie.
Yeah, that's right.
Nightingale with the mismatch goes right at Bond. This time finishes with the left hand.
Wow, she's on a roll, and that was tough defense from Bond as well. That basket didn't come easy for Nightingale. She's up to 6 points now in this second quarter.
McDowell White feeling it. Her second 3 of the quarter.
Speaking of people who have had 6 points this quarter, Jess McDowell White as well.
Yeah, she's done it in about 2 minutes too, I think.
Yeah.
Nightingale want to show her range, misses the 3. Here's Townsville now in transition. McDowell White, can she make it three? No, she cannot.
I think she was a little bit off balance on that situation. She just needed an extra dribble just to get her feet set.
There's Samuels now, reverses it. We're rung for three off the front of the rim. Look at Nightingale, just the activity bothers. Whether she gets the rebound or not, she's putting the pressure on, and that time just really forced McDowell White into that deflection out of bounds.
Yeah, she's everywhere. She's a real effort player. That's something that you can't coach. Has to come from the player themselves.
Great hands from Reisinger coming up with the steal. Townsville's up 15. McDowell White with the dangerous pass, deflected out of bounds by Lavinia Cox.
Doesn't feel like 15. I know I said that in the last game, but it feels to me that Bendigo was starting to get a lot of momentum, especially with those back-to-back baskets by Nightingale. I still feel like they can get momentum back if they get a stop here.
Carey, jump shot is good. Angela Carey playing with confidence. It's a 17-point lead now.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like that kind of a game in this quarter. It feels a lot closer.
Three-point attempt, no good. There's a quick shot for Bendigo.
Yeah, very quick.
Natoa. Now Carey, guarded by Hannon. Nice bounce pass. Carey just a little strong. Here's Warung left open for three. This one falls. Reisinger gets free. Now Carey from the corner. She's not shy.
No, I don't think that was the best. I don't think that was the best shot attempt there. I think everyone was getting a little bit caught up in the pace of the game on that shot attempt. But a nice not put back, but a nice layup there for Simpson.
Yeah, she lost it on the way up, but recovered. And a timeout taken by Townsville, up by 12. Townsville has looked really good. Bendigo has looked good in spurts. The consistency, though, is the difference between the two teams here up to this point.
Oh, I 100% agree. Townsville are very consistent with sticking to their systems and their non-negotiables. I just really like how they're able to get through so many phases of their offense without any kind of delay. A couple of play phases ago, we saw Carey looking at one side, had nothing, immediately set a pick and roll for Jess McDowell White. Ended up getting a score out of that. But Bendigo, consistency is key. They've done a lot of great things in this second quarter. Particularly their ball movements improved, getting it inside has improved, but then they go away from it. Then they come down the floor, shoot a couple of early threes and lose that momentum again. I think they need to play a little bit smarter.
Yeah, I think they've looked best, like you said, Jacinta, getting that ball into the paint, whether it's Nightingale or Hannon, making something happen for themselves or at least drawing some attention from the defense to open things up for a teammate. But I also think Bendigo's looked really good when they've made that early kick ahead, that early kick pass to put Townsville on the pressure, but also not allowing them to get set in their half-court defense.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Being able to get something, you know, on the offense, you're always going to be dictating what you're doing. You've got to make the defense try and chase you. That's when you're going to get the easier shots.
Let's see what Townsville does out of the timeout. Defensive intensity feels like it's picked up a bit for Bendigo on this possession. Look at Nightingale on the perimeter, forcing the turnover again. Cox has it and is fouled.
Now, Cox, to me, with the low bun, her stature and her speed, looks like a young Jade Melbourne out there.
I can see it for sure now that you say it. But, like, you got to love that pressure from Bendigo coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, very good, especially from a youngster like Cox being able to put pressure on that passing lane. Great anticipation for that defensive stop.
4 minutes to go in the first half. Townsville up 12. Nice entry. Nightingale doesn't allow the double team to arrive. Gets her own miss. Then steps into a long two that's well short.
You're going to make the most of those offensive rebounds. Probably worth resetting the offense on that occasion.
A little hesitation there from Kolb. Now Jenkins Hands off for McDowell White. Gold trying to make something happen along the baseline, throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, I think she put herself in a tricky situation because she already had someone posting up on the low block, and unless they're going to be able to seal their player and circle around, it's going to make that driving lane really difficult. Natoa probably could have gotten in that opposite three-point corner just to make that pass a bit easier for her.
Turnover number 5 for Townsville in the half. There's a foul on the play, so Bendigo will get to the free throw line for a couple of shots. And Lavinia Cox, again, just with an aggressive take. Townsville a little slow to move the feet. Gets called for the foul. Missing the first one. Let's see what Cox can do with the second. Rattles it in. .11 lead for Townsville. Natoa has been quiet offensively. Such a talented player. Nice, beautiful pass. Bond creates some space. Misses. Natoa there with the putback.
Yeah, the two youngsters controlling that offense, making some really tricky plays. I think sometimes players like Natoa, if they need to start getting a bit more involved in the game, offensive rebounds is a good way to start.
Lead back to 13. There's a nice, strong finish from Hannon. Just does a really good job keeping herself wide. Very efficient in her movement on the block. Reisinger kicks it for Bond. Now Jenkins kicks it. Reisinger, open three. That's good.
Just that inside-outside action from Townsville. Yeah, just looking really good. Fundamentals done well.
Really a strong side possession there. Not much happening off the ball. Bendigo, 7 on the shot clock. Turns it over.
Yeah, that was way too predictable, that play. We knew that Hannon was going to post up, and they gave enough time for the defense to get around. How's Bond though, wheeling and dealing?
Little hesitation, crossover, and Bond causing all kinds of fits for Bendigo on this one.
Yeah, that was a really smart hesitation. She just waited for Cox just to run out to her and overplay, and then that quick crossover opened up the left-hand lane for Bond.
Timeout taken on the floor with Townsville up by 14. It is a big lead here for Townsville. Spirit, every time they kind of make that bit of a run, Townsville responds well.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. And again, like you said before, consistency has really been key in this game. Fire really haven't faltered at all so far in this game. Their offense is excellent. Sound ball movement, great team play. The defense has been pretty good as well. Just getting caught a couple of times with the likes of Hannon and Nightingale with a mismatch on the inside. But look, that comes and goes with any kind of game. Statistically, you know, Townsville getting a lot of scorers on the board with Carey and Perini both on 10 points. And for Bendigo, Werung still on 10 points, 4 rebounds, and Nightingale on 8 points and 4 rebounds.
Yeah, Nightingale's been awesome and really featuring when she's on the court. Again, I would like her and Hannon to work a little more closely together because I think that they have really done a good job sharing the ball and creating for each other. But Nightingale's effort has been really impressive for me. Just the energy she plays with, it's infectious, and she makes an impact one way or another.
And I should mention, actually, that Asha Nightingale has committed to Davidson for 2025. So she's going to be going to a very good college. A lot of Aussies go there for that program. They've got assistant coach James Jansen, who's also an Aussie with that program. We've got Emily Bessel, who's just about to start her freshman year there. So, yeah, certainly big things ahead for Nightingale. And hello to Coach Jansen if he's watching. I'm sure he probably is.
Well, one of Davidson's all-time greats. Derek Rucker also Davidson guy. You thought I was going Steph Curry, didn't you?
100%. I was ready. I was primed and ready for Steph Curry.
Rucker was the greatest guard ever until Steph Curry stepped on campus. But Derek has great connections still there with Davidson, and it is really nice to see the Australians flowing to Davidson, which is a great university also. There is Nightingale with the left hand missing. Marini going to slow it down a little bit. About 1:10 to go in the first half. Townsville's lead is 17 now. Looks like it's going to be a blocking foul on Samuels.
Yeah, up until that point, that was a really nice defensive set there from Bendigo Spirit, forcing Townsville quite a distance away from the three-point line and really getting out of their set. It's a shame that there was a foul in the end.
Deflected out of bounds off Warrung. Is anyone having more fun than Michaela Perini this weekend in Western Australia? I haven't seen her without a smile on her face. I mean, she's balling, but she's having a fun balling.
Oh, yeah. She got fouled. She was smiling. She got the ball deflected. She's smiling. She's complimenting the other team. Love to see it.
How about Perseus Natoa? You love to see that spin move finish and the foul.
How's the handles on someone of her size and length? Just like the PG. I love still how low she carries the ball for someone of her height. Just such a natural ability.
Yeah, super loose, really, and when I say loose, not the loose handle, just her body, just really natural, really comfortable with the ball in her hand.
Just really relaxed about it, you know.
Natoa finished that three-point play. The lead is 20 now for Townsville. Good take by Warrung. 18-point lead. About 45 seconds to go. Natoa finds herself wide open underneath the basket, and that's too easy for Perseus Natoa.
Oh, again, that high post action. Entry into one post, the other was rolling down, like really nicely executed. I wanted Natoa just to turn and dunk that because she was so wide open. I'll settle with the little bunny drop, though.
That was nice. Del White enters it for Carey. Goes back. And it was a bit of a two-man game. Carey turned it over. Here's Bendigo now. Let's see if they can go 2 for 1. It's about a 7-second difference. Nightingale fading away with the left, too strong. Here's Natoa, and Townsville can hold for the final shot of the half. Del White running the show for Townsville. Bounces it inside, well tied up there. Really good defense there from Georgia Booth.
Yeah, great anticipation. I mean, you could see Natoa was spending a lot of time trying to set the pick on the correct side for McDowell White, and then just able to pick off that entry pass. Really nicely done by Booth.
Yeah, really, that was a well-read play there by Booth.
So,
about 4 seconds to go. Let's see what Bendigo could do if they can get a shot off. Bond doing a great job defensively and not going to let it happen. That's going to end the half. And Townsville will head into the halftime break with smiles on their face, just like Michaela Perini. They're up 20. Welcome back to Hoopsfest. It's halftime between the Townsville Fire and the Bendigo Spirit. It's the Fire up by 20, and they did it in an impressive fashion, Jacinta.
Has been outstanding with everyone contributing from the Townsville Fire, looking very organized, looking very confident, everyone knowing their role and executing very well.
Townsville hit on 52.5% of their shots from the field, 46.7%. Points to go with 4 rebounds. That is the highlights from the first half, but do not go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with the second half of action for you live from Bendat Basketball Center in Perth, Western Australia. It's Hoopsfest. It's the Townsville Fire up by 20 on the Bendigo Spirit. Welcome back to Hoopsfest. It is halftime at the Bendat Basketball Center. The Townsville Fire up by 20 over the Bendigo Spirit. A very, very high-scoring first half there for Townsville. Matches the game we called just earlier, Jacinta.
Yeah, definitely, where we saw the Adelaide Lightning have a huge 52-point first half, I think, against the Sydney Flames. But yeah, it's a very well organised and consistent, as you mentioned earlier, John, I think is really the theme of this game. Townsville being very consistent at both ends of the floor. They also have about 12 assists now for the game. They had 5 in the first quarter and 7 for the second quarter, which is just massive, but really reflective of their sound ball movement and execution. Yeah,
and on the other side of things, Bendigo has looked really good when things are clicking for them. It's been hit and miss for me, particularly on the offensive end. I think they've been okay defensively. Again, though, in spurts, Townsville really has done a good job, I think, getting that early entry pass, putting Bendigo under pressure early, and then that extra ball movement. They're constantly making that extra pass to really open things up for their teammates. Bendigo, though, they need to find someone to get the ball in the basket. 32 points in the first half is not going to cut it against this Townsville group.
Yeah, and leading all scorers for Bendigo is Abby Werung with 12 points and adding 4 rebounds, but we can't just keep relying on the likes of Werung and Samuels. Samuels, again, being a little bit quiet this game. She had that early 3, and she hasn't scored ever since. But I'd like to see Bendigo be a little bit more consistent, but Perini kisses it off the glass. That's not an ideal start for Bendigo.
Yeah, really good execution there for Townsville coming out of the half, and Perini gets on the score sheet yet again. We're used to seeing her hitting from the outside. This time she goes inside, banks it home to lead all scorers with 15 points now. Samuels lost it, recovers, but missed the jump shot. Reisinger grabs the rebound, kicks ahead for McDowell White. Comes off the screen, bounces it, carry, quick catch and shoot, rolls home. Townsville opens the half with 4 straight. Wild shot there from Simpson.
Yeah, I see what she was trying to do, but she didn't really absorb any kind of contact or make an attack directly at the basket. So, yeah, quite off target there with that attempt.
Petrie, strong move, but her layup is missed. Rebound for Samuels. Steps into a long 2 off the rim. Reisinger, another rebound. Shawnee Reisinger is now up to 4 rebounds. Del White with the quick crossover. Carry for 3. Hannon a rebound. Simpson, hands off. Good turnaround jump shot where Rung picks up where she left off.
Yeah, that looks really good. I like that Abby Werung is looking to get a little bit crafty early in the third, getting 2 feet in the paint, rather than settling for the 3-point shot.
Perini, little too long there for Carey. Carey picked up her cut to the basket a little short.
Yeah, I think that a bit of a miscommunication there. Perini was expecting Carey to be in a different position. But, I mean, that's like only one kind of throwaway turnover from Townsville. I think they had 5 turnovers overall a little bit earlier in the game.
Perini checks out.
And now, yeah, they're only up to 8.
Lars in there for Perini. Lars fouls Casey Samuels. See Samuels coming for the screen. It's a clear foul. Casey Samuels didn't like it.
It was probably unnecessary, really. I wouldn't have liked it either. Kind of came out of nowhere.
Good entry pass. Ends up with Booth for 3. Just can't seem to find the jump shot tonight.
No, that looked not too bad off the hand, but I think she just needed to get her legs under that a bit more, especially if your shots are falling short.
McDowell White pushes it. Petrie catch and shoot. Excuse me, that's Carey. Good transition opportunity. We're wrong. That's a nice finish with the left hand.
Very nice finish with the left. Good to see from Abby Werong.
One of the easier baskets Bendigo's had so far tonight. Carry on the wing. Kicks it out, Reisinger now. Nice pump fake, Petrie. The extra step, finish, and one.
Wow, what composure there from Petrie. Knowing that the shot clock was about to die down, and she ends up fooling everyone with that shot fake on the three, and a nice finish here as we see on the replay from just behind the basket too.
Yeah, you know, Hannon trying to contest that three on the wing. You gotta really just stay on your feet there. Petrie, yes, she hit one early, but she's not known for a three-point shot.
No, correct. That is correct.
But Petrie completes the three-point play. Emma Petrie now into double figures. We're wrong. Knowing she has to make something happen. This time, looks like she forced that one. And let's give a bit of love to Jess McDowell-White, really running the show and running it well tonight.
Yeah, that was a really nice change of tempo, really great patience there from Jess McDowell-White, making sure that all the players were organized in time.
Quick catch and shoot. McDowell-White had to get it off. It's long. And Bendigo now having to play half-court offense. Warung thought about it. Gets the screen from Nightingale. Goes right to the basket. Contact there, but nothing called. Goes out of bounds, though, off at Townsville, so Bendigo will get a fresh 14.
Yeah, this is a tough shot here from Werong. She was met with a lot of defenders that would set their feet quite early. I think she had a shooter there on the left she could have pitched to for another option.
Then the inbounds pass nearly stolen. And it does go off of Bendigo spirit. Emma Petrie making her case, saying she didn't touch it.
Referee's having a good chat. Let's see if we can determine who it went off on that last replay. I can see how they thought it was off Petrie.
Yeah, it's a tough call. They're going to say it did go off Petrie, though, so Bendigo will get another crack at it. Tough entry pass.
Good horn set here from Bendigo. Very well executed. I thought Casey Samuels was going to wind up for a three. Have a look here. Picks and pops. But Nightingale with a really nice deep seal on Petrie. She's just got to be careful that she's not going to get pinged for 3-second violation.
Well, I thought that's what they called. But a good catch there. Nightingale, though, just strong on the layup. Foul on the rebound. Lars has been really good at corralling those loose balls and playing and making those effort plays.
Yeah, especially if you're still in the development squad and you might be, you know, one of the last on the bench to come on and you're getting a feel for it. It's those little effort plays that are going to kind of help you contribute and get you focused on the game.
Dal White at the elbow. Beautiful no-look pass. Petrie missed the layup. A really nice set, though, from Townsville.
Yeah, really good. Very well executed.
Samuel steps through. Lars, I thought, did a good job, but she got called for the foul. The crafty veteran Casey Samuels making something happen here for her team on this possession. Yeah, you can see Lars left her feet, probably jumped forward instead of jumping up.
But yeah, you probably don't even need to jump at all, to be honest. As long as you slide your feet and just try and keep your wall up, that's already going to make it hard for your opposition to get a clear shot and not put yourself in a fouling situation. But, you know, that stuff just comes with playing experience.
This free throw is good for Samuels. Few subs coming in for Townsville. Sayas Natoa back into the game, as is Jess Jenkins. Hannon back onto the court for Bendigo. Samuels gets a breather. Jenkins hands off for Bond. Now Natoa puts it on the floor. Inside for Jenkins. Nearly turned it over. McDowell White now carry with 3 on the shot clock. Hits a long 2.
Wow, the chemistry between McDowell White and Carey has been really good this tournament so far. They always know where each other are and are always looking to create something off the two-man game with each other.
Tough entry pass. Hannon with a nice touch outside for Booth. It's an air ball. Recovered and finished, though, by Nightingale.
Again, such much better looks for the Spirit once they get the ball inside one way or another.
There's the nice bounce. Jenkins, well defended by Booth. She deflects it out of bounds. It's going to stay with Townsville.
Again, really nice anticipation from Booth.
13 on the shot clock for Townsville. They're up by 21. Inbounds for for Carey. Now McDowell White from the corner. 3 rattles in. I think that's a 2. Not sure, I didn't see the hand signals go up, but it's showing a 3. Nightingale had a miss. So did Cox. Townsville, though, with the rebound. How about the cross-court left-handed pass from McDowell White? Bond blocked from behind by Hannon. McCarthy hands off for Hannon. Hesitates. Nightingale from the elbow. Just misses.
Can't get the friendly roll. We've seen a lot of those types of shots this game where they're getting the friendly roll, but not for Nightingale this time.
Natoa open 3. You cannot leave Preseason Natoa open like that. And Bendigo's seen enough. They're going to take a timeout as Natoa hits a big 3 to put her team up by 26 points.
What a lovely textbook transition 3 from the youngster. Have a look here on the replay. Feet set, in rhythm, beautiful follow through.
Preseason Natoa now into double figures. Townsville has 5 players in double digits.
Wow, that is really outstanding. I think Emma Petrie was on track early for a double-double. She's on 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. So if any way you could hear us, Emma Petrie, grab another 4 boards and get yourself a double-double. But Perini's still leading scorers again with 15. Carey on 14, McDowell White on 10, Natoa and Petrie also on 10 for the Townsville Fire. And for Bendigo Spirit, Abby Warung is still leading all scorers for her side with 16 points and 6 rebounds. And Nightingale, she's also on track for a double-double with 10 points and 7 rebounds. And the way things are going, I'm pretty confident Nightingale might get that double-double, but I also don't want to give her the commentator's curse.
Well, you might have just done that, Jacinta. Townsville is still very efficient, scoring 52% from the field, 42% from 3. And the thing that I like from Townsville, and it's a difference between teams I think that are successful and aren't, and if I'm going to compare the 2 teams that we're looking at tonight, Townsville's 3-point shots aren't forced, they're not rushed. They're coming in either wide open looks that you're stepping into, or they're coming in off of ball movement.
Yeah, and that's right, and that's why it's probably partly why they have such a great shooting percentage.
There's Nightingale getting another rebound and a putback.
There we go, still on track for that double-double.
There's a tough look there for Samuels. Thankfully for Bendigo, Ash Nightingale follows it up.
I should mention as well that each team had a couple of early turnovers in the third, but neither team have committed a turnover since. So Townsville's sitting on 7, and Bendigo's still sitting on, they're on 7 as well.
Here's Samuels' entry pass. Hannon, nice spin to the right-hand finish. And Hannon's been really good when she's getting those looks inside.
Definitely. That's why I think yesterday they were missing, not really giving Hannon enough touches under the basket.
Carey, 3, hits.
Much better elevation compared to her last couple of 3-point attempts. I think she caught it high and was able to maintain that and finished high, get her legs under it.
About 2:20 to go here in the third quarter. Hannon nearly lost it. And there is the turnover from Bendigo.
Yeah, I'm not sure she didn't get her feet under or what happened there, but yeah, just conceding the turnover perhaps.
She was looking, it felt like she was looking for the foul, didn't get it, and then just almost dropped it out of bounds. Bond has her pocket picked. Here's Cox now with it. Samuels open for three. It's a deep one. It's long.
Good patience for Cox, waiting for that trail to come.
Natoa crosses over. Driving kick. Jenkins baseline jump shot, no good. Natoa got a hand on it, but couldn't corral it.
Yeah, I think she just jumped a fraction too early.
McCarthy's three is off the front of the rim. Joe Carey with another rebound. She's got 6 on the night. Jenkins. Step through floater, rolls in.
Nicely done there. She kind of ran out of options, so had to make one for her own. But again, just really quick ball movement and very quick decision making from the Townsville Fire to make sure that the ball's always moving.
Great drive and finish there from Lavinia Cox. Good response for Bendigo, but they're down 25 with under a minute to go in the third quarter. Carey. That was nice.
Yeah, that was very nice. I didn't realize she had that in her repertoire.
Forcing the shot there, Simpson. Probably not the look you wanted if you're Bendigo. Townsville through Carey now, who hands off for Bond. Carey gets it back. Back to Bond. Lost the dribble, recovers. And the ball's deflected out of bounds off Bendigo. It's going to stay with Townsville. About 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Townsville still getting some pretty decent looks, but the last few possessions, it's mostly just been off a two-man game, and the other 3 remaining plays are just kind of standing and watching. So I'd like to get back to some offenses where everyone gets a little bit more involved.
Here's Perini. She's got to make something happen. Left-hand layup, no good. It's a shot clock violation. Perini. That was easy for her to get to the basket, though.
Very easy. Bit better shot clock awareness, perhaps, for Bendigo to make sure that dribble penetration wasn't as easy as we saw.
6 seconds on the clock. Cox steps into a deep 3 and is fouled. Oh, no, it's an offensive foul.
Not too sure what happened.
Is it? Yeah. Steve Bendigo heading to the front court.
So Cox coming down.
It's Nightingale.
Yeah.
Stepping into the defender, Jenkins.
Good intention, but just poor execution.
And Townsville will let the clock run out on the third quarter, and why not? They're up 27 points, another impressive quarter from the Fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, they are really not letting up. Been very consistent. I mean, they kind of started to waver a little bit there in the stretch of the third quarter. Probably weren't as intense and as active off the ball as we've seen throughout the rest of the game. But still, I mean, when you're up by 26, it's a pretty comfortable position to be in.
In a well-balanced attack, we said it before, but Jella Carey leading all scorers with 19 points. Townsville getting contributions from everyone. Michaela Perini's got 15. Jess McDowell-White's got 10. Versailles Nato with 10. Emma Petrie with 10. And then you look across the board. Carey's also got 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Jess McDowell-White, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. Versailles Nato 10 points and 4 rebounds. And Emma Petrie still on that double-double watch for the Townsville Fire. She's got 10 points and 6 rebounds. On the other side of things, it's Warung and Nightingale still looking for someone else to support those 2 top scorers.
Yeah, well, I think by now Hannon perhaps would have had a few points, but unfortunately she's not here on the box score, so we can't give her exact stats, unfortunately. But she's had at least 6 to 8 points. Not too sure how many rebounds. But, you know, when Bendigo go inside, they look a lot better. They've got plenty of shooters from the outside. But having said that, the shooters are going to be more successful once the defense is rotating. They can't just rely on being stagnant and relying on someone like Werong or Samuels to put up a car park three.
Well, we've got 10 minutes to go in this one. The team in orange has to be happy with their 3/4 of strong basketball. They'll want to finish it off with another 10 minutes of quality basketball. Will we see back-to-back games with the team scoring in triple figures, though, Jacinta?
Oh, the Fire certainly have potential to do that. They probably took the accelerator off a tiny bit, but I think it just depends on how much Spirit are willing to fight until the end. Hopefully they can finish this game strong, pick up some of their defensive intensity and focus on getting a few stops in a row, just to make things a little bit more difficult for the Fire. Not necessarily at this point in time with that scoreline, you don't really want to focus on getting a win. You want to focus on other wins, like getting 3 stops, limiting the Fire to a certain number of points, things like that. So yeah, I think it's really up to the Spirit if the Fire are going to get into triple figures. But the Fire, the challenge for them is to maintain this high standard they've had for all 3 quarters.
Well, it's going to be the Bendigo Spirit starting the quarter with possession. They trail by a fairly chunky 27 points. They've got 10 minutes to make the comeback. Do the Spirit have it in them? Let's find out. Simpson getting it set for the Spirit. They're looking for Nightingale. Good skip. Booth for 3 is short. She hasn't really been able to find her offensive game tonight, has she, Georgia Booth?
No, and I think, to be fair, I don't think she's really been placed in positions that's going to use her skill set either. I think the only time she's had her own real scoring opportunities is settling for threes like that.
Samuels 1-foot fadeaway. Jenkins with the rebound. Dal White keeping that dribble going. Toa has it. Backdoor pass. It is behind Kolb there.
I think Townsville just kind of stopped their offense at the end there. I think they were a little bit lost for an option.
Turnover number 10 for Townsville. One of the few things that you might consider a negative for Townsville through 3 quarters.
The one chink in their armor. But 10's still not too bad.
No, it's not. Nice seal and a great catch from Nightingale. She has been impressive in her 2 games here at Hoopsfest. You got to be excited if you're Davidson College as well to see her suit up.
Definitely. Yeah, because she's only going in 2025. So
yeah, gets the friendly bounce, another 3.
I'd love to know what Natoa is planning for her playing future, actually, if she's going to stay and pursue a career here or if she's looking to go abroad.
I think we may find out something, who knows. I don't want to sound like I have inside info, I don't. I imagine.
My eyes lit up then, I was like, what do you know, John?
No, I know, yeah, I'm sure. I can confidently say that she's got colleges chasing her, but she's got a lot of options. We'll say that as you see on the replay where Rung hits another 3. She's been really the most consistent scorer for Bendigo here in this game. As Natoa gets to the inside, missed the floater. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Fire. About 8:12 on the game clock here. Townsville up 25 points. Jenkins fakes the pass, finds Carey, who shoots. Rebound Hannon. Simpson now on the left wing, looking for Hannon there. Hand off to Rung, takes a bump, missed the layup.
that was a nice look from those two. And I could see that Hannon was trying to circle back again to be another receiver for Werrong on the drive for the little drop pass.
Natoa, good look inside, extra pass, carry, corner three off the front of the rim. Now Bendigo can run. Booth kicks it. Werrong finishes it.
Great pass from Booth as well. She found herself in a bit of a precarious situation and passed it perfectly at the right time.
McDowell White bounces it for carry. Takes a few bumps from Hannon. Skip pass. 3 hits for Clara Kolb. Really great set there from Townsville. Love the patience. Simpson gets inside. Hannon there, missed the putback. Townsville again will just walk things up. Very content to be methodical here with such a significant lead. Quick three. Jenkins missed it off the back of the rim. Now Simpson for Bendigo. Skips it. Hannon. Samuels into the paint. Sweet reverse layup.
Yeah, really nice. But see, in that situation, it was actually a 3-on-4 situation. Bendigo still looking to attack, and finding Samuels, the drive on the trail, was really, really great.
Carry long two.
She's missed the last couple, Carey, but they've all been on target. They're only just missing.
I kind of want to see her just reset and run a little more clock off, because you're in that comfortable lead. No need to force an early jump shot.
No, still playing at the same kind of pace as what we started the game with.
And a timeout taken on the floor where Rung had laid it home. I think it's a Townsville timeout, and I have a feeling that Coach Marcus Wong is going to be talking about, guys, a little more patience offensively. No need to take shots in their early shot clock.
Yeah, and I think it is a great opportunity, given their very healthy lead, just to try some different things out in a game situation. So looking at different wrinkles in different offenses, or perhaps trying different combinations rather than just going through the motions and playing this game out for the sake of it reaching the end. So yeah, just using this as a bit more of a learning opportunity to try some stuff out.
And for Bendigo, you've got about 5 minutes to go. You had a win last night. Obviously, it's not all about wins and losses, but what do you want to see them finish off with? And what are the areas do you think they're going to focus on in these last 5 minutes?
Oh, I think for them it is also consistency. They haven't been able to put a lot of their good pieces of the game together in large chunks and to try and really challenge Townsville in this situation. But again, for them, also a really good opportunity to get some proper game time in, trying out some different things, trying to execute some of the different things on the offensive end in preparation for the season ahead.
Townsville's gone back to their starting five. Perini for three. She hadn't had a shot for a while. It might have been the only one that didn't really have a chance over the 2 days from Michaela Perini.
No, she's had another 3 threes this game. We're hoping that she would go 1 or 2 better. But look, 3 threes in a game is still pretty good.
Simpson nearly lost it. Good skip pass. Cox three is long. Booth recovers it and puts it home.
Really nice, tough put back there as well from Bruce, knowing that Petrie was right behind her on her back.
There's the skip pass for Perini. McDowell White from the wing. It's short. Simpson kicks it ahead. Lavinia Cox stops and fires, but there's a foul on the attempt. And Lavinia Cox will get to the free throw line for a couple of shots. where she's 1 of 2 on the evening so far. It's one of those ones, and again, I'm so glad I'm not a referee because I look at that replay and I think, what did Perini do wrong?
Yeah.
It was almost like Cox leaned into her.
It wasn't a lot in it. Wasn't a lot in
No,
it.
not a lot in it. I mean, there was a bit of contact, but it felt like it was initiated by Cox. Here's Perini with it. Going to the crossover. Layup is wild. Petrie recovers it. She's going to have to get a shot off. Fires with the shot clock expiring. It's short. Looked all right.
It looked good. I was getting excited.
There's Booth getting inside, but again strong on the layup. Nightingale trying to keep it alive. And that's what we saw more from Booth, that dribble penetration. Just can't seem to get the finishing right tonight.
No.
Just had a few of those where it looked like a good look, but just either was a little strong or a little short.
Yeah, sometimes as well, when you're trying to get yourself going and you've had those couple of easy misses that can play with your head a little bit sometimes.
Here's Harvey in the paint. Gets it out. Nightingale 3. Short. Petrie forced into the turnover. She shuffled her feet.
Yeah, great defense here from Lavinia Cox, recognizing early that she's going to come and get it, not committing the foul, but taking away Petrie's space.
Timeout on the floor with Townsville up by 19 points here. Got about 2 minutes to go in this one. It's been all Townsville. They started off on fire, and the Flames haven't gone out.
No, definitely not. They're still shooting at 44.9% overall and 39.3% from the three-point line. They probably have dwindled a little bit here as the game is starting to come to an end. I don't think they've had a score for a little while, but having said that, neither has Bendigo, unfortunately. 34 defensive rebounds for the Fire and 10 offensive, so 44 overall compared to the 43 of Bendigo. So to be fair, Bendigo have done much better on the rebounds in this game compared to their game yesterday. 19 assists from Townsville Fire, but Bendigo, when they started to connect the dots, they've now notched up 12 assists. So certainly some improvements for Bendigo in this game, given that they are playing slightly tougher competition.
Both of these teams will wrap up their Hoopsfest with these matchups. Townsville will walk away with the 2 wins, and it looked pretty good in the two games.
Oh, it's been so impressive. I know we've talked a lot about the young squads that are here at Hoopsfest, but for Townsville, you know, you've got some Queenslanders, some players from WA, the coaching staff from WA, so literally polar opposite ends of the country, very little preparation time, and for them to be playing with such harmony has been really impressive at this tournament.
Cox at the free throw line hits that first one. One of 2, the ball goes out of bounds off Townsville. So Bendigo will have it. Quick 3, Cox missed it off the side of the rim. Nice early pass, deflected out of bounds by Lavinia Cox. I thought it was off Cox, it went off Jakin, so it's gonna stay, well, it's gonna be Bendigo ball. Cox looking inside, well read by Jakin. She telegraphed that one. Tiana Bond on there with McDowell White, Petrie, Perini. Nice spin and finish by Petrie.
Yeah,
really good take.
Really good take indeed. Bendigo just putting all of their defensive focus on the rotations and the guard at the top, making that baseline layup wide open there for Petrie.
Little give and go. Recovered there by McCarthy. Now Nightingale gives it back. Booth swings it. Cox is going to have to fire from the wing. Bond with the rebound. She's going to go.
And as you mentioned, John, the Fire now will notch up their second win of the tournament. As Perini again with another three. She's not leaving any stone unturned. That's her fourth for the game.
She's trying to get you your 5.
So there's information on the WNBL website about how the winner of this tournament will be determined. So 3 points are awarded to the team that wins the game, 2 points awarded to both teams for a draw, 1 point awarded to the team that wins the scoring in each quarter, and 0.5 points awarded to both teams for a drawn quarter. So basically, whoever ends up with the most points wins Hoopsfest.
You want to do the breakdown for us, Jacinta?
Nope. That I have not prepared. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe by tomorrow I would have had the maths.
We'll break it down and see how we are. Good block there from Booth on Petrie. Townsville has it back. Foul called on Macy Lars.
Oh, no, I think they call it travel.
A shot clock violation or travel?
Travel, yeah. I think on the spin move she may have moved her pivot foot.
Great recovery there by Booth. Bendigo with 1:20 to go. Trails by 23. Good read there. Petrie comes up with the steal. And Carey has to swing it. They're going to reset. Townsville wants to just work the clock. There's Bond. Ends up with the captain who swings it. 3 is up. It's short. Rebound for Nightingale. She might have that double-double, Jacinta.
Yeah, let's have a
She's got to be
look.
close if she doesn't have it already.
Well, it says 14 and 9, but assuming that the live stats still need to update, I'm going to say she has 14 and 10.
All right, let's hope so. There's a good take from Booth and finally gets one of those ones to fall.
Yeah, really impressive. Puts on the jets, gets to the basket in only 2 dribbles. That was a very nice take there from Booth.
Townsville really impressive. Looking at the stats, Jacinta, and it was that really, really well-balanced attack for them. Yet again, right at the top is Magella Carey. She's got 19 points, but teammates-wise, Perini will have 18. Natoa finishes with 13. Petrie with 12. McDowell White with 10, Bond has 4, Kolb has 3, Reisinger has 3, Jenkins has 2. The only player for Townsville who didn't get on the points was Lars. Macy Lars had a few good looks, but it is going to wrap up, and it is a final score for the Townsville Fire. It's going to be 84-63. Townsville will leave Western Australia with a donut in the loss column. 2 impressive wins for them in this preseason event.
Yeah, and truly impressive, I think. Like we were saying before, a team that has come together with very short preparation time from opposite corners of the country. You wouldn't have think it was their first time playing together. And I just really like being able to see all of our young and up-and-coming talent on a stage like this. So seeing the likes of Petrie and Natoa in a different environment, just watching them thrive is always weirdly like a proud mum moment.
And they were impressive. We said it before. Bendigo had their moments. Abby Warung was fantastic. Ash Nightingale did finish with that double-double, 14 points and 10 rebounds. Samuels finished with 7. Booth had 6. Cox had 5. And just a really, really impressive win from Townsville. They were on fire right from the start. They started well, and they never really slowed down until really late in that 4th quarter. But an impressive performance from Townsville. They're going to walk away with the win. That's going to wrap it up for us here, though, Jacinta. We are going to be back here tomorrow. We've got 2 more games for Hoopsfest. First up is Adelaide Lightning taking on the Southside Flyers. And to wrap up Hoopsfest, it's going to be the UC Capitals and Geelong United. But for my co-commentator, Jacinta Govin, I'm John Guarna. Thank you all for tuning in for day 2 of Hoopsfest. And please make sure you join us tomorrow night as we wrap up this fantastic 3-day event.